Good evening, Miami. Good evening, United States. All over the world. My name is Orlando Valido. Oli Valido or Pimpoli, as they call me here on YouTube. Okay, right now it's 7:47, 73 degrees here in the Miami area. Okay, I'm going to bring you another country music artist. She's a woman, and I'm going to put the first picture of her right here. Yeah, and her name is Bobbie Gentry. Gentry. Bobbie Gentry. Her real name is right there, Roberta Lee Streeter. July 27, 1942 to age 82 years old. Okay, I'm going to read for you her autobiography completely for you in just about 1 minute. Okay, let's go here with Bobbie Gentry. Autobiography. Her real name is Roberta Lee Streeter. July 27, 1942. Is an American retired singer, songwriter. She was one of the first female artists in America to compose and produce her own material. You believe that? Gentry rose to international fame in 1967 with her Southern Quartet, a GOTHIC narrative, order to Billie Joe, ODE to Billie Joe, okay? And the track spent 4 weeks at #1 on the Billboard 100, Hot 100 charts, was third in the Billboard year-end in the charts in 1967, earning Gentry a Grammy Award for the Best New Artist, Best Female Pop Vocal Performer in 1968. Gentry started 11 singles on the Billboard Hot 100, 4 singles in the United Kingdom, and top 40 her album Fancy brought her a Grammy nomination for the Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. After her first album, she had successfully run a variety show on Las Vegas Strip in the late 1970s. Gentry lost interest in performing and retired from the music industry. News reports conflict on the subject of where she lives now. Early life. Gentry was born as Roberta Lee Streeter on July 27, 1942, near Woodland, Chickasha. That would be Chickassaw Country, Mississippi, to Robert Lee Shipman, November 28, 1920 to April 2, 1989, and Robert Harrison Steele. Was her parents divorced shortly after her birth. Her mother moved to California, leaving Gentry to be raised on a farm by her parental grandparents. Oh wow. She grew up without electricity or plumbing. Her grandmother traded one of her family milk cows to a neighbor piano, and at the age of 7, Gentry composed her first song, My Dog Segment, Sergeant. It's a dog, it's a good dog. And Gentry lived in Greenwood, Mississippi with her father for a few years and learned how to play guitar banjo at the age of 13 years old. Moved to Palm Springs, California to live with her then remarried mother, and they performed as a duo, Bobbie and Bobbie Gentry. For the short time, Gentry took her stage name from the 1952 film Bobbie Gentry, which she had seen on television. The film Bobbie played Jennifer Jones was a poor but beautiful girl from the backwoods who ended up marrying the town tycoon. Town tycoon, that would be Tycoon. That was a movie about, I think. After graduating from high school, Gentry moved to Los Angeles to enter the UCLA as a philosophy, PhilosophY major, and she supported herself with a clinical job, occasionally performing at the nightclub and country club, and when she appeared in the venue at the Les 40 Banquet, and that would be FORIESBERES nightclub in Las Vegas. Bob Hope encouraged her to keep performing. She worked as a fashion model. On June 29, 1962, United States Press International circulated a wild photo of Gentry, including Sherry Crane, daughter of Lana Turner, granted a transfer to Los Angeles Conservatory of Music, where she took classes in composition, music theory, arranging, while attending at the Jody Reno Concert Club in Palm Springs, California. In 1966, Gentry asked if she could sit on one of Reno's recording sessions. This led to an invitation to sing on two duets with Reno, Stranger in the Middle, and Requiem for Love, REQUIEM for Love. The two songs were released on September 1966 by Titan Records but failed to search. Korea. In 1967 debut, Gentry recorded a demo Whitney recording studio in Glendale, California. In February or March 1967, her sole ambition originally was to write songs to sell to other artists, and telling the Washington Post that she only sang on the recording ODE to Billie Joe, that she took to Capitol because it was cheaper than hiring someone to sing it. Gentry signed to Capitol Records on June 23, 1967, with the staff producer Kelly Golden, who produced OD. to Billie Joe as his first full-length album for the label, but was a Mississippi Delta intended as a side of her first single. That initially got Gentry signed for her original demo of Mississippi Delta was a version issued by not only to Billie Joe, acquired and string arrangement by Jimmy Haskell, Haskel, directly onto the original recording at the Capitol. The day after the string session Capitol AER team decided to make all the Billie Joe to SIA, and the single was released on July 10, 1967. It would spend 4 weeks at #1 on the Billboard. Yes, on the Billboard Hot 100. 4 weeks, you believe that? A month. And she's at the end of the chart of the year, placed at #3, and the single reached the #8 on the Billboard Black Single charts and #13 on UK Top 40, and sold more than 3 million copies worldwide. Haha. Well, I go, that's the way you do it. In 2001, Rolling Stone magazine listed it all to Billie Joe, O.D. Billie Joe, Armstrong, the 500 greatest songs of all time. Following the single success, the producer quickly assembled the rest of the album from 12 demos Gentry had recorded, completing Overdub, Overdubs, and a matter of days. The result was a unique combination of blues, folk, and jazz elements, rounded out Gentry recollection of her homecoming across more than a concept album than a hastily assembled collection of songs. Capitol pre-ordered 500 copies, 500,000 copies, and the last pressing the debut album at the label Pile in history. The album had stored within a month of pressing August 21, ODB to Billie Joe replaced and won the Grammy Award in 1967, and the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band on the Billboard 200, reached at #5 on the Billboard album chart. Gentry contributed most promising female vocally of all time. 1968, the Delta local Gentry Glenn Campbell. Oh wow. In February of 1968, Gentry took a part of the Italian song and a festival in San Reno competition of the two performers La Shape, LA, SIEPE, by Beto Paravici, of Masala. Capitol released the song concurrently as a single backed by another Italian tune also recorded by Gentry, La Sera Grande. That would be Lacittadene by Paparazzi and the Body. Those are Italian names. It's very hard for me to say. Gentry second album, Delta Suite. That would be SWEETE was released on February 1968 and the musical ambition to the album represented by decisive step beyond her doubt. The concept album drew inspiration from Gentry, Mississippi Delta root. Most of her sound comes from Gentry, who played almost every instrument on each track, including piano, guitar, banjo, bass, and vibe. Nonetheless, Capitol Kelly Gordon, producing Gentry's first work for the label, also received the entire production credit for the Delta Suite, and the album earned Gentry 2 more entry in the Billboard 100. Oklahoma River Bourbon Band peaked at number 54, while her cover, Louisiana Man, made the number 100 after the album failed to match the success of the predecessor. That would be Predecessor, only reaching at number 132 on the Billboard 200. Critics have called one of the unclaimed masterpieces of the 1960s. The 1960s, I was only 5 years old in 1965, so I don't know too much about it, but I'm reading it now. Following the Delta Suite, Capitol released Gentry's third album, Local Gentry, in August of 1968, and it failed to appear on the Billboard album charts, but did peak at number 83 on the Classic Top 100 album charts at that time. In September, 1 month after the release of Local Gentry, and the artist's third album, 1968, came out. Bobbie Gentry and Glenn Campbell. Glenn Campbell featured a duo with a label made Glenn Campbell and their chemistry made the partnership a great success, and the album peaked at number 11 on the Billboard Top Country Music Award for the Album of the Year. Gentry was nominated for the top female vocalist in that year, and also was certified as a gold record by the RIAA when Gentry and Campbell together the Country Music Award at that time. Yeah. Bobbie Gentry TV serial, 1968. Gentry was invited to host her own variety show on the BBC Two in the UK, making her first female songwriter in front of the studio of the channel. And initially 6 episodes of Bobbie Gentry were broadcast weekly from July 13 to August 17, 1968. He featured musicians from the Mississippi countryside as well as guests such as Donovan and the Holy, Glenn Campbell, James Taylor, Randy Newman, Elton John, Alan Price, Billy Preston, Pam People. 246 episodes were broadcast from the June 18 to July 23, 1969, and March 1st, March 15, 1971. Yeah, the series was produced and directed by Stanley Dorfman, Dorfman, who was engaged to be married to Gentry in the 1970s and credited as Gentry as co-director for Dorfman, sold out to Sarah Moda. After a few episodes, she was pretty much co-directing the show because she had such a great idea, but the BBC wouldn't have it, and would have an artist credited as a director or producer at the same time. So the credit went to me as a producer director, but she definitely contributed as much as I did, creative, to the show. She was just full of ideas. Yeah, the good idea. John Cameron, the music arranger for the BBC show, noticed she was pretty much the alpha female in the group and produced Stanley Duffman, assistant Kate, and choreographer Flick Colby were the only other prominent female crew. She certainly did have a support a group like Dusty Springfield. The series generated a widespread of recognition was syndicated globally. Wow. All but 5 of the 18 episodes were wiped by the BBC, and the Who survived rebroadcast for the first time in November of 2023 on BBC 4. From 1968 to 1971, while in UK recording her own series, Gentry also made numerous guest appearances on BBC shows. These include an hour special in-concert series broadcast on October 30, 1970, Glenn Campbell on BBC, 2 special broadcast May 6, 1970. 1969, Touch Him With Love. Gentry's first album, Touch Him With Love, came out in July 1969. It marked the transition of her career in an attempt to rebound the Gentry as blue-eyed soul singer. It featured fewer self-penned original songs and more systematically searching to cover the song recorded in Nashville, Tennessee, and produced by Kesso, Kesso Hudson. And the album, the 10 track include only two original. Yeah. And the title track was released as the first single but failed to go above number 113 on the Billboard, moving on the Hot 100 charts, and only reached at number 164 on the Billboard 200 Gentry cover. I Never Fell in Love Again was released as the second single in the UK, will become number one hit in the UK single charts, and the album reached number 21 on the UK album charts at that time. In 1969, Gentry taped for television special Canadian television station CFTO TV Toronto for Northern American syndication over there in Canada. Yeah. 1970 Fancy. April 1970 saw the release of Fancy, Gentry's sixth album in 3 years, like 1969, Touch Him With Love. It contained only covers except for the artist's self-paying title track. Most of the album was recorded on famed recording studio in Marshall Shore, Alabama. Marshall Shore, SHOALS, Alabama, with producer Rick Hall. Fancy released as the album's first single became Gentry's biggest hit since Ode to Billie Joe, picking with the top 40 in the US, Canada, Australia, or the song Gentry herself said Fancy is my strongest statement for a woman, R.I.B. If you really listen to it, I agree wholeheartedly with the movement and all the serious issues that they stand for the equality, equal pay, and care center on abortion rights. She explained after Dark magazine in 1974. Okay, those were those years that the whole thing started, abortion and things like that. The album featured a European single cover, Raindrop Keep Falling on My Head, peaked at number 40 on the album's second North America single, He Made a Woman Out of Me, and did not reach the same height as the Fancy, reaching the only number 71 on the Billboard 100. Gentry would be nominated for the Best Contemporary Vocal Performer Female at the 13th Annual Grammy Award for sure. 1971, 1974, Patchwork and Departure from Capitol Records. Gentry released Patchwork in April 1971 and have been described as a collection of short stories. In the song, ranging from country pop to blues, stitched together with a cinematic interlude from a concessive whole patchwork was Gentry's first entry, self-written, unproduced album, his first single, But I Can't Get Back. was a small hit, picking up number 37 on the Billboard Top 40 easy listening charts at number 93 in Canada. Gentry would release one of the most singles for Capitol record in 1972 was on August and the girl from Cincinnati. Cincinnati, yes. In 1977, Gentry reunited with producer Rick Hart, Master Shaw, to record the album on Club Record Division Warner Brothers Record, unlike Gentry in 1969 Fancy album Gentry 1977 recording session with the Hart was not at his famed studio but nearby Music Mill studio. After advanced single Still Away, he had on successful February 1978 release, and the album was Chef Still Away, a remake of 1964 Jimmy Hughes Hughes's hit with inaugurated Fame Studio in his take. It has a B-side of Patty That Song, DHLSTROM composition. And that made me wrong. He did make me wrong, but he did it right. This track, plus the 3 additional tracks from Gentry 1977, a recording session, Slow Cooking, written by Avi Marabel, Sweet Country, written by Gentry, and Sunday in the Afternoon, written by Mike Davis, with a Graham Wyoming Norman. So it would be YVONNE Norman. Will be released on 1962 in European completion album Ode to Billie Joe. Okay, guys. 1978-1982 final project before retirement. To retire, she got retired. Gentry appeared as a guest on the Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. Christmas Day 1978, she attended the Best of Vega Award on March 21, 1980. On May 10, 1981, Gentry was one of many celebrity guests to take part in All-Star Salute to Mother's Day. During a television special, she performed Mama, a Rainbow from musical Many Boys for her mother, who was seated in the audience at that time. This would prove to be Gentry's final public performance. Wow. I'm glad that her mother got to see that too when she was alive. That's a great thing. The last time Gentry appeared in public was she attended the Academy of Country Music Award on April 30, 1982. Since that time, she has now recorded and performed or been interviewed. One on 2016 New Report stated the Gentry lived in a gated community near Tennessee, according to another report of the same year. Gentry lived in a gated community in Los Angeles, California. This is a little bit too weird. It's a little bit confusing, yeah. I can tell you that much. Okay, here we go with award nomination. Yeah. Nominee work. Category Academy of Country Music Award, ODE to Billie Joe, Single Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Top Female of the Year, and she won that one, 1967, ODE Billie Joe, Bobbie Gentry, Top Female, vocally 1968, Bobbie Gentry and Glenn Campbell, Album of the Year, she won that one, 1969, Bobbie Gentry, 1970 also, nominated, 1967, ODE to Billie Joe, nominated, Country Music Association Award, with the Glenn Campbell, Bobbie Gentry, nominated only, ODE to Billie Joe, Album of the Year, Best Contemporary Album, 1967, Grammy Award, ODE to Billie Joe, was, she won that one in 1967, Best Vocal Performer, Female, Record of the Year to 1970, Fancy, nominated, and this is, that's it. Now here we go with Personal Life. Gentry, Mary Casino, Magnate, Bill Harris, Harrah, on December 18, 1969. The couple divorced in April of 1970, and specifically April 16. On May 16, 1970, it was announced that Gentry was engaged to marry Stanley Duffman, her producer and friend, the producer and director of the BBC television series Bobbie Gentry. She married Thomas R. Toutant, Toutant, on August 17, 1976, and she divorced him on August 1st, 1978. Yeah, on October 15, 1978, Gentry married singer comedian Jim Stanford, with whom she had a son, Taylor Gentry Stanford. Gentry Stanford divorced him in September 1980. So many divorces. Guys, I can't believe that. Gentry also had a parental ownership on the Phoenix Sun NBA team from the team inception from 1968 until 1987. I can't believe this artist, a lot of artists, they marry, they divorce, marry, divorce, marry, divorce. But nothing happen. It can happen to anybody too, you know. That's why I stay away from marriage. Not safe. Except for the old timer. They last a long time too. Okay, here we go with Legacy Gentry, Saturday 11 single, Billboard 100, Hot 100, on first single on the top 40 and the UK single chart. Bass Autumn recorded a song titled Bobbie Gentry featured on the other side of the Daybreak album You're So Blue. Recorded with is Bobbie Gentry. Where is Bobbie Gentry? For her album California Years. Gentry 1969 composition Fancy provided the top 10 country hits of Robert McIntyre and give me for that. In 1991, Robert McIntyre, okay. In 2011, producer and singer Joe Henry said that Gentry really influenced him too early in his life. In September 2018, an 8-day bass set titled "To Go From Chickasaw Country," CHICKASAW Country, the complete Capitol Master, featuring all Gentry recording Capitol was released. In February 2019, Mercury Reverse REV will release a Bobbie Gentry that treated revisited which was called Remaining of the Bobbie Gentry Forgotten Masterpiece. Okay. In 2020, she was inducted into the Nashville Songwriter Hall of Fame. The graphic, here we go with that. Main article, Bobbie Gentry, the graphic, OD to Billie Joe, 1967, the Delta Treaty, 1968, Local Gentry, 1968, Bobbie Gentry and Glenn Campbell with Glenn Campbell, 1968, Touch Him with Love, 1969, Fancy, 1970, Path Work, Path, PATHHWORK, Path. Television, here we go with that. The Carl Burnett Show. Yeah, the Carl Burnett Show, 1967. The Look of Love, okay. 1968, Carl Burnett Show, Sweet Pony, Little Green Apple, with the George Globe. 1969, again, Carl Burnett Show, Fancy. So many things, so many good things about this woman. And she was beautiful too. Okay, here we go now with the background of Gentry, Bobbie Gentry. Give me for a minute, but I ate something and it's going down now. It's going down now. Born as Roberta Lee Twisher, July 27, 1942, age 82. Now I gotta be more if she's alive. Near Woodland, Mississippi, U.S. Occupation singer-songwriter known for ode to Billie Joe sponsors Bill House Harrah. Sorry, but I cannot say his last name. Married from 1969, divorced 1970. Then she married Thomas R. Trudon, married 1976, divorced 1978. And then the final one, James Stanford, married 1978 to 1980. Can't believe she divorced so many guys. Children one, January, folk country, blue eye soul, and pop. Instrumental vocal guitar, he acted 1966, 1982. Label, Titan Record, 1966, Capitol, 1967, 1972. And then Bushwick, 1975, Warner Brothers, 1976, 1978. Okay, guys, with that, I finished the autobiography of Bobbie Gentry. Sorry, but sometimes I cannot say things. I would like for you to do something for me. Subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share. It's very important to me to grow my channel. I hope you like this autobiography of this wonderful lady, Bobbie Gentry. Remember to pray for yourself, for your family, for your neighbor, for the world. No more pandemic or wars or corruption in the world. Okay, guys? Sometimes I have to slow down. Sorry about that because I still have that little cough. And I hate it so much. But anyway, God bless you. Remember to pray in the morning, midday, afternoon, and before you go to sleep. And one more time, God bless you. I'll see you in 3 days. Bye-bye.